Hi, it's Jenny from A Stamping Journey. It's nice to have you with me today. For our project today, I'm going to use the beautiful A Touch of Ink stamp set. It is available as a free choice for Sale-A-Bration. It's a level 2 set, so in Australia that's for orders over $180. I love this set because it's a two-step stamp set. So you have the solid images that can stamp within the line. They've got a beautiful hummingbird and butterfly. Now these stamps are actually larger than what's shown. So this is at 65%. So you get an idea. That's the butterfly, of how different size it is. I really love this set. It's a gorgeous one. So I'm going to make our card with it today. I'm also using the beautiful Oh So Ombré paper. I don't know if you've managed to check this paper out. It's got 4 colours in it, I think. We have, let's have a look, Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, Rococo Rose. And you've got the ombre type effect on the patterns. It's beautiful. And then you've got the ombre one, and then you've got the dotted, which is still giving you the ombre style. I love it because you can create that type of effect without doing any of the sponging. So we're going to be using that paper for our card today. So let's get into it. I'm actually using the Granny Apple Green print out of it. I've already got the stamps ready to go. We're going to use Granny Apple Green and stamp over the background. Just some simple leaf stamping. This card was inspired by one I saw on Pinterest, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the person's name, so I do apologize for that. I've just changed it a little bit. So with this leaf, you're just going to stamp it around the edges. You don't need to stamp in the middle because you're going to be covering that up with your image and a few other layers. So just run around that. Hope you can see that okay. I love that. It gives you such a crisp stamping with this leaf. It's such a crisp image. So, okay, I think we need one more up there, just a little. So it really brings out that ombre effect too. All right, we'll put that aside because we're going to work on our other piece. Bring in our white, get rid of our Granny Apple Green now. Now this time I want to stamp our lovely, beautiful detailed butterfly. Alright, that's going to stamp just in the middle of the card. And we're going to colour this with our Stampin Blends. So I wanted to just show you some tips on that. So bringing our colours, we have Granny Apple Green and Calypso Coral. There we go. And I have stamped that in Memento. Because you're using the alcohol inks, you want to be able to stamp in this water-based ink. All right, so we're going to just adding some of the dark, just using, you can use a thick tip or just a little bit of the fine tip is fine. I'm going to, I think we need a little bit more actually around the top part there. So I'm using the fine tip there for sure because it's such a smaller area to colour. So just these line areas up here, and I'm going to do these little dots. I think we need a little bit here too. Get our light Calypso and just blend that up a bit. So you can, with the stamp set, I'll just bring that stamp set in again. As I said, you've got the solid images to stamp in, but being a line art, you can also have the option of colouring it. So just in a circular, blending in those colours where the dark and the light And I'm using the finer tip just because it's a smaller area for this one, this part. Because I can go out of the lines. All right, you can always go back a little bit and add more colour. I'm going to add a little bit of the darker tip up here. And I want to add some of the light up here, just a little bit. All right, now we're going to bring in our Granny Apple Green and just add a bit of that colour there, the dark around here. My tips are getting a little bit fluffy, but I'm just doing it very fine here. All right, adding our light Granny Apple, just go over that. Build up, just blend up those colours together, the dark and the light. I just love the apricot and the green, the Calypso coral colour rather. I love that Calypso coral and the Granny Apple green together. I'm going to add a little more depth with the light. Okay, and then I'm going to get crumb cake as well. Okay, just getting that crumb cake, adding a little bit of the dark, not too much, make it heavy. Add a bit of light for his body. Now to add a bit of stamping around there, I'm going to get our dotted stamp that's in the set, just to stamp a bit of background on it. Just very lightly tap your Calypso. So add it up there and down there. All right, get that out of the way. So we've done our stamping, our image, we've done our background. What I've also done is die cut already out of Calypso Coral. I have die cut the frame. This is the Ornate Layers. I just add the extra detail that's on this. So let's stick those two together. So it just creates a little bit of frame around it. Now I want to add a sentiment, so we're getting it together. This is a piece of Sahara sand and I'm using the Hello Friend. Now I'm using the Messages die for this one. It's a large die with lots of different shape sentiment blocks, but I really like the variety that you get. I'm going to use this one with the little banners. You will need to use the standard die cut machine. It won't fit in the mini version if you've already got that. All right, so we're just going to run that through our die cut machine. Okay, now we've cut that out. I love the little stitching around this and the little banner shape. Such a lovely die. All right, so I'm going to use a thick Whisper White for our base. And before I stick our piece of ombre paper down, I want to just add a piece of twine. Now you can wrap this right around, tie your bow, but I find with paper, because it's so thin, it tends to pull it in. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do a cheap bow, which you can do even with your cardstock. You're just going to wrap just a length around to start with. What I do with that is I'll add, I'm still using the snail because I haven't got the other yet, so just add a little piece in the center because that will be okay because you're going to cover that up, And carefully on the back, just add, I'm just lifting it up so it doesn't stick down in the middle on the other side. All right, so let's put our piece around the center. Stick that down and then wrap it around. You can just adjust that. And then you can, and it's not so tight to pull that paper up. All right, now we're going to stick it right all the way down. There you go. All right, so we're going to we're going to just have the darkest side at the bottom. It doesn't matter though, you could have the lighter side too. But I think going from bottom to top, fading out is really good. Okay, we're going to use our mounting dimensionals on this. Just add a few on the back. And get rid of those. Now just remember, any of these products you see, you can order in my store if you're in Australia. I'll add the link in the comments. And don't miss out on your Sale-A-Bration choice, especially things like this, a touch of ink, or the Oh So Ombré paper. You'll want to grab that, and so that is until the end of February, so don't miss out. But also, the best value being Sale-A-Bration is if you join Stampin' Up, because you get $169, you pay $169, but you're getting $235 of products, which is awesome. And you get that extra bonus of the 200 6x6 papers. So I'd love to welcome you to the Gensink team if you are in Australia and are looking for a demonstrator, and to join a team, because we have a lot of fun. All right, just stick that down towards the bottom. You can put that at an angle if you like, but I'm just having it offset there. And of course, always add bling, because that's an essential, I think. I'm using the champagne because I think it tones really nicely with the Calypso coral. So just, we're going to put that up the corner. All right, don't forget your bow. Just tie a little one. I've got a separate video to tying bows, which I should update, but give yourself lots of room when you're tying a ribbon. You can always adjust it. All right, trim that up. And we're going to use a glue dot to stick that down. I've got some other cards I've been making with this stamp set that I am going to show you shortly. So hang around while we just stick this on. I'm trying to find the next dot. I need to trim that up. All right. We're just going to adjust that a little. Stick that down. I just really love the addition of the little bows on that. Let's get that box out of the way. So there you have your card, using a touch of ink, using the Oh So Ombré paper. So let's show you other cards I've been making. I'll grab those for you. Okay, this one I went for a watercolored look. I still think I need to build on these colors, but I've heat embossed it, I don't know if you can see, in the white, and just picked up the ink with the aqua painter. And I've used the shimmery white. I don't know if you can see that sparkle. And then this one, which I have stamped the leaf as well, this time using just jade, and I've used the solid image for that in the soft sea foam. But also to add some extra texture, I ran that through with the Subtles folder. And on our hummingbird there, I've used a couple of different colours. I've inked it up in the Fleur de Flamingo. Then I sponged, using the Dauber, the Poppy Parade at the top and Pumpkin Pie at the bottom to get that different colourings of that. So it's a beautiful stamp set. I hope you can grab that yourself, and make sure you put that order in before the end of February so you can choose the Touch of Ink stamp set. It's really beautiful. So thank you for joining me today. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you'll be updated when I post a new video. And have a great day. Keep on creating. Bye.